Hey, all right, welcome back to Brighter Rays. We are looking in Proverbs 5, and we started over in verse 15. Drink water from your own cistern. Okay, get married. And then we looked at the idea that you should, enjoy the wife of your youth here. Enjoy, let her breasts fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. There you go. Always enjoy that wife, the wife of your youth. Um, stay married to that person. Get married, stay married. And then we get down here to why should you be intoxicated? What is wrong with you? Why are you intoxicated with this woman? This forbidden woman. That doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing you've ever done. And then you get down here to, for a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord. God sees. Your ways are laid before him. He knows. He ponders your path. He knows what you're doing. And then we need to remember that sin kills. And that's what we come to today. God will bring a judgment against the sexual immoral. He says, the iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline. And because of his great folly, he's led astray. Here it is. That's why I say it's the height of idiocy. He's saying it's great. The great folly is to go after this forbidden woman. So we got to remember that God will bring judgment against the sexually immoral. And in fact, it says that in Hebrews 13:4. Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. So God will judge the sexually immoral. Pretty clear right there. And it is a sin that is hard to escape. Sexual immorality is hard to escape. That's why it's described as being cords of sin, being held fast. It's a snare, right? You're trapped in it. It is a trap, so it's hard to get out. That's why these words are used, because it has that sense of you are entrapped in this. You got your foot caught in a snare. Now you have to try to get yourself out. Why would you do that? Because you know what? You voluntarily put yourself in there. It didn't just happen to you. You're like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. No, Solomon's telling us, you know it's going to happen, so don't do it. You hold fast there. And sexual immorality, it is a sin that can be overcome by self-discipline. That's what he says. He dies for lack of discipline. So if you have discipline, right, discipline yourself, work on your self-control, you can overcome it. You die for lack of discipline, well, then get some self-discipline, man. That's your problem. Discipline yourself. Let's go, right? There's a way out of this. Is this discipline yourself? That's how you avoid it, too. And it's a sin that leads to death, he says, even to eternal destruction. He dies, right? He dies. So, as a Christian, yes, you can be ensnared by these sins, and it can lead to your death. And thankfully, God can rescue eternally from that. But it's foolishness, right? It's folly. But for many people, it'll lead them straight to hell. This idea of immorality, sexual immorality, will lead them straight to hell, and they don't even ponder their own ways, but God has. And that's the scary part, that God knows, and yet you are choosing to go against him. So don't do that. Please don't do that. Remember that sin kills. Run from it. Avoid it. If the sinner entices you, as Solomon said before in chapter 1, do not consent. Discipline yourself. Stop yourself. Don't consent to it. Just say no. No, I'm not going after that. I'm not going after the forbidden man. I'm not going after the forbidden woman. They're forbidden. They're off limits. You can't go. That's the problem, that we don't have self-discipline. We need to discipline ourselves. We need to stop ourselves. That's what we need to do. All right, we'll come back next time, and we will conclude our study for the week.